Pierre Trudeau says he's now convinced that Canada needs a system of proportional representation. He says the system, which allocates parliamentary seats in accordance with popular vote, is the only way to reflect the national support of each of the major parties. Trudeau made his suggestion today during a visit to Montreal, and Mark Phillips has the details.
Pierre Trudeau said he felt a certain nostalgia in coming back to the University of Montreal at this time. It was the place he had left to enter politics, and his return produced several sustained ovations from a student audience not historically known for Federalist sentiments. Trudeau told them of his decision to leave, that it had been taken some time ago, but that it didn't mean the Godfather, as he called himself, would not continue to fight for what he believed in, which is what he did today. The question, naturally enough, dealt largely with sovereignty association. Could Quebec really negotiate as an equal, as the PQ suggests? How could they, Trudeau said, with 6 million Quebecers versus 16 million other Canadians? Did his departure mean the end of the era of French power in Ottawa? No, he said. There were plenty of French Canadians still in major positions. But he saved his major message for the end, saying a needed constitutional reform should be to adopt the Pepin-Robards task force recommendation of proportional representation. He said he was now in a position to recommend that parties would get regional representation in the Commons or the Senate based on popular vote, as well as on who won riding races. This would end the polarized situation of a dominant Liberal bloc from Quebec, for instance, and a Tory bloc from the West. It would also give everyone a greater share and identity in the national government. Tonight, after an afternoon spent house hunting in Montreal for the time when Trudeau will leave the official opposition leader's residence in Ottawa, he attended an Italian dinner in an area of traditional support, there being greeted with expected warmth and saying he'd been touched by the appeals that he continue to fight the Federalist battle. When Pierre Trudeau announced his decision to step down as Liberal leader, he said he would continue to fight the referendum campaign. As it turns out, he may use that decision to advantage. He can now argue for positions he might not have been able to had he remained on as leader. Today's example of supporting proportional representation was one such change. There may well be others as this campaign continues. Mark Phillips, CBC News, Montreal.